No, I'll be there shortly. Look, Goonies doesn't start until 8 o'clock, so don't worry. We have plenty of time to get in and get popcorn, okay? Oh, and I grabbed the Snoopy snow cone machine for Christmas. Don't worry about it. Okay, we're good. All right.
And Ronald Reagan's on TV tonight.
He wants me to tell you Ronald Reagan's on TV tonight.
White House address, Nancy, they're talking about the drug wars.
Okay. All right.
They want to get Pablo?
Yeah, I gotta go. Okay. All right. All right. Shut up. All right, bye.
That cost you $10.
It's probably like 30 anyway. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's Stephanie from Magnesium Media. I am sitting inside a Mercedes-Benz 560 SEC.
Securities and Exchange Commission.
What year, you may ask?
1987.
1987. I was 10.
Casey Kasem was on the radio.
I was 10 years old when this bad boy came out. Okay, 10.
Hold on, let me show them this beautiful car. Okay, hold on. We're gonna take a nice walk. Let's take a look at the SEC, also known as the Securities and Exchange Commission. This car basically screams 80s heyday.
Yes, it does.
If you were anybody in the 80s, guess what you had? This is what you had. All right, you gonna hop out of the car?
No, this is great. I think you should hop in and we should discuss.
Okay, hold on.
So, I think the interior of this car is pretty cool. So,
But before we get to the interior, let's just talk
that was
turkey.
like a little rude. That was a little rude. Like I was in the middle of it.
Well, that's what being married is.
I was elbow deep.
Were you elbow deep? Because your elbow's
was.
resting. Your elbow's resting on German interiors.
I was elbows deep in it.
You were,
and you interrupted me rudely.
I was balls deep into it, okay? So what's better?
Elbows deeper.
I could be boobs deep.
Dear Lord.
Anyways.
Anywho.
All right,
What's
so
the problem now?
let's just take a moment, okay? Now, most of you that don't know, this is a 1987 Mercedes-Benz 560 SEC. If you did not grow up in the 80s, okay, and you're like a youngin' that just grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s, you can't grasp the concept of this car. So let me show you what this car is for a second, right? Look at that. Look at that simple but elegant dash, right? It's the same in the S-Class from that. Look at this, okay? You got your heated seats over there. You got your little, climate control buttons. Hold on. You want to show them something here?
Check out the cell phone. Okay. Now, this is not like the cell phone, obviously, that we have today. This was, how much was it per minute, first of all?
It was like $3 a minute.
$3 a minute. Look at the buttons.
No, show them. What are we missing here?
Oh, it's a Mitsubishi.
So you had a Mitsubishi phone inside of a Mercedes-Benz. Could you imagine having a Toyota phone inside of a Mercedes-Benz today, or inside of a Tesla today?
Yeah.
Okay, so
not gonna happen.
This was your cell phone. It was your built-in car phone that you had back then. I think my dad's
Your
was.
dad had one. My dad had one.
Yeah, so every time the phone would ring, if you weren't in the car, the horn would ring. It'd be blaring in the garage.
I bet your neighbors hated you guys.
Yeah, it's like, are you kidding me? Oh, and the best part was like when you drove and you wanted to show off, you held the phone. Most people just held the phone to the ear, pretending they were talking on the phone. Go ahead.
But the other thing too. Okay, hold on, wait. It connected. Why isn't it coming out? I can't disconnect it.
Hold on.
All right, so yeah, they'd show off by always keeping it on this ear like this.
Because it wasn't like today. Everybody didn't have a cell phone.
No, it was rare.
You didn't have a cell phone, so a car phone was a big deal.
Yeah.
Nobody was walking around with a phone.
You had to have money to have a car phone.
Because that literally was like $3 to $5 a minute.
Yeah. Oh, and listen, it would scare the crap out of you when it rang because it was so loud, right?
Yep.
So I'm kind of curious how many accidents it caused.
Oh, and then like when you were dialing, the buttons were like beep, beep, beep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So having a cell phone inside of a car was a big deal. Being that this was a 560 SCC, I think people don't realize people of today are spoiled because there's way too many cars out there. If you even have, in the 80s, there wasn't 10-year financing. There wasn't 8-year financing.
No.
You were lucky if you had 5-year financing.
Yep.
There was no leases. Okay. So, and here's the other thing. Mercedes-Benz literally had 5 models. Nowadays,
not like it is
Mercedes-Benz
today.
has 96 models. So
Way too much in my opinion.
yeah, so like if you're an 18-year-old kid and that can afford $400 a month now, you can go get yourself a Mercedes-Benz.
Yeah.
But back in the 80s, if you were anybody,
You were special. if
you were
had a
special if you had a Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz was a car you aspired to.
Yep.
And if you were a baller, you had the S-Class 560 SEL, which was a sedan. You had the SL 560 SL, or you had the big boy.
Yeah.
This one here, let's step out of it. Let's show them. Okay, this car had 300 horsepower. It was a 8-cylinder motor with 300 horsepower. And what made this car unique? Let's show you, okay? This was as big as the sedan. So now look, it looks like basically like the S-Class sedan, which is right here. Right, there's the S-Class sedan. This was the 2-door version, and then this was the 4-door version. So if you looked at it, if you had, that was your weekday driver, this could be a weekend driver, but there wasn't that many options.
I think I prefer the 2-door.
Yeah, of course. Let's take a walk around. Let's show it.
it.
So the 2-door, what was great about it, it was an actual 4-seat coupe. And look, it was a pillarless coupe.
Interesting.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
So there was no pillar. So if you could actually sit 4 adults in this car comfortably. It was a big car, and I mean, when you pulled up someplace in this car,
Oh, people knew.
people knew because you know this was because it wasn't the time where, like nowadays, you got a Bentley GT, you can get a Rolls-Royce Ghost, you can get an S-Class Maybach, you can get so many cars out there that if you have money, it's the market's saturated. But back then, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
A little side note, I think is really cute. It's the little wipers for the light.
Okay, so let's go back to these wipers. These actually worked.
Oh yeah.
You know, these wipers actually worked. I can't stand the new the washers that come out.
Yeah.
They make the car dirty.
Yep.
These wipers actually worked. They actually were functional. And like today, like in the 7 Series or the S-Class, the thing comes out, it shoots, but yeah, it power washes the headlight, but it gets the rest of the car dirty.
Yeah, I think it's so cute. I think it's adorable.
So yeah, back to this. If you were anybody back then, you drove this car, you were the bomb.
Yes.
You stood out.
definitely
You were a boss.
A luxury car of the time.
I mean, and in the 80s was an era where there was a lot of money. Wall Street was on top of the world. And
OCC.
get it? So if you don't get it, the joke.
Look,
Securities and Exchange Commission.
For the phone too, for your cell phone.
Yep, cell phone antenna right
And
there.
the raising antenna for your stereo.
How far we've come, right?
Things that cars today just don't have.
Now the difference is obviously take a step. Well, we want to look at you, but look, the grill was different. Instead of having the hood ornament, you had the ornament in the grill. But it was a comfortable car. You could fit 4 people in the car.
Oh, it's very comfortable.
And you had trunk space. You can go, you know, golfing. And if you pulled up to the country club, there was a couple cars. You had this car, you had the Rolls Royce, you had the Bentley, and you had an S-Class and a BMW 7 Series.
Yep.
That was it. There was no Lexus back then. There was no Infiniti. You know, Audi, yeah, it was okay. Nobody cared about. Nothing. You didn't see all the other cars that you have today. There was no Genesis.
This was
nothing.
like the hot shot car on the road.
Yeah.
You know?
This was the hot shot. You wore the suit. You wore the, what was the sweaters on the weekends?
Cardigans.
Yeah, you wore the cardigans, you know.
Loafers.
Yep, you had your loafers. You had total 80s. You had,
Or hold on.
or they had
It was a hot sunny day, okay? They had the little, remember the solid color shorts with the white trim, and they came up a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
for
Okay,
men,
okay. I didn't wear those, yeah.
And then the socks up to here with the 2 colored stripes.
I don't know who wore those, but okay.
yeah. All men wore them.
And the center console had enough space for all their Coke that they were getting from Pablo. Listen,
Really?
if you were a Wall Street guy, you know what they were doing.
Yeah,
Even Wall
most
Street,
likely, most
even Wall
likely.
Street guys today, they're getting it from El Chapo.
Most likely.
Yep.
So yeah, this was. I mean, today it is still a pretty cool car. At least I think
But
so.
okay, you know what? Let's do something different. Okay, we're already in here.
Yeah.
We're not just gonna focus on this one car. Take the light. We want to show them something. Okay?
Hold on.
We're just gonna do a free for all. No, this light. Take this one. Sorry, she's slow.
We got 2 more lights in the car.
That's okay. We got the headlights too, if they would turn on. Come on, let's go. Chop to it, okay?
All right, where are we
All right, another car that you people drove back then was a Cadillac. You had a Cadillac Fleetwood. That was another car. But let me show you something. Let's take a walk. We're gonna show them. Let's go here. Let's go through here. We're gonna go through here.
You go first because I don't know where
Okay,
I'm going.
okay. Oh, and listen, the Jaguar. Condolences to Jaguar because they just died recently. I mean, what were they thinking?
What were they
They went
thinking?
from this right here. I mean, this, well, used to be a Jaguar. Look at this. To that pink monstrosity they showed the other day.
Doesn't it look like a cartoon? It doesn't even look like a real car to me. It looks like a cartoon.
Yeah, it looks like somebody on Roblox
This was
designed it.
beautiful and sleek.
Yeah. All right. So, in the 80s, they designed, Cadillac came out with the Allante. And now you don't want to know something that's special about this?
Hold on. From Tango and Cash, right?
Yes.
They used that in that movie.
Sylvester Stallone drove he drove a silver one.
Yes.
But look at this. The only Cadillac ever designed by Pininfarina. That was because this car, the bodies were made in Italy and flown here to the United States and put together in America. Just another heyday of the 80s. Look at that. The whole car was designed.
You know, I like that. I like how the console is tilted toward the driver.
Yeah, I mean, this was a great car. I mean, the awesome looking car, nice interior. People love these things. I love these things, you know. But it was another car of the 80s. Here's another one. You love this one.
I love that one. I love that. I'm putting
Look at
that on
that.
my Christmas list.
Look at that
Yep.
cassette.
Oh my God.
This one didn't have the cassette. This actually had a CD. Wow, a 19.
I find this beautiful.
Can you?
Love
You're useless with the light.
So rude.
But okay.
So rude.
But-
I'm not the light person. I'm the on-camera person.
But you're not even on camera.
Yes, I am.
You're just hopping. Are you?
What I do.
This is not your private page. This is YouTube. Okay. So, what was your favorite 80s car?
My favorite 80s car? I really don't have a favorite 80s car. I have a favorite 90s car. And I'm embarrassed to say I don't even know the specifics. Is that bad?
Go ahead, say it.
Okay, so what was it, a 91 or 92?
91.
91 Ford Mustang, okay? I want the white with the red pinstriping.
5.0.
Convertible, 5.0. I want the one that Vanilla Ice has, okay? That is my dream car. Like,
Out of all the cars, that's the one car.
So let me tell you, this is my wish, right? So I just turned 47. My 50th birthday wish, and hubby knows this. I told him like a year ago. He's got this long to get this done for me, okay? I want this 5.0, okay, to my specifications. I want it delivered to me by Vanilla Ice, and I want him to provide me also with a tracksuit to match the one he is wearing when he delivers it, so that I can then get dressed in a matching tracksuit and we can take off in the 5.0 on a ride together.
Listening to Ice Ice Baby. You're nuts. But that's our 80s episode
Yes.
today.
Yes.
Okay. Now watch the next episode of how we have the funeral of Jaguar.
Yo,
So
yeah.
we'll talk about that next.
Yep.
Ciao.
Bye.